MYOB Advanced Manufacturing is a true cloud solution integrating all production management processes into one seamless workflow, allowing you to integrate with sales, inventory, finance, and project accounting, amongst others. Our solution supports varied production workflows such as made to stock, made to order, configure to order, and engineer to order scenarios. There are many user roles that can support optimization of your manufacturing processes. In this overview, I'll be covering a made to order scenario from the viewpoint of a production manager. I'm now logged in as Andrews Michael, the production manager, and you're now viewing a specific dashboard for this role, known as the production manager, with various elements on the screen. There are other graphical elements and dashboard elements that can be configured, showing different facets of the production depending on your business's needs. In this area, you can see in a tile format the areas which need immediate attention, which enables you to drill down, for example, to orders to be released today. Click on that, it'll open up a new window allowing you to take action depending on what orders are relevant for which customers and reprioritizing. If I go back to the other elements in the dashboard, you can see the material variances for this month and also labor variances as well. Also the top 5 production orders with variances recorded in this period in this quarter for you to take remedial action if required. This allows you to view your work queues and see where your production is at each stage. This information is updated in real time, which saves you a run into your shop floor each time you need to confirm the status of an order. This is the bill of materials, and this is how it's been set up in the system. And this allows to view your production steps and raw material consumption, as well as setting up your machine run rates. The first section relates to the work centers utilized. We can see in this example of manufacturing a bicycle, we have set up 4 operations or separate work centers, being preparation, powder coating, assembly, and inspection, and so on. We've set up the run rates, the run units, and the machine rates. We've also allowed for backflushing labor costs. And in the bottom area, you can keep track of all the material used in each of these steps. So, for example, in the initial stage, the consumption of the steel tubing is allowed, along with the scrap factor allocated to it. We can also keep track of operations which are subcontracted and outsourced, for example. So you can actually keep track of the outside process and the sub-vendor shipments as well. We also have the ability to denote steps, instructions, which can be also part of the production ticket to allow instructions to the shop floor. And in terms of tracking tool usage and costs, you can also go to that level of having multiple tools, such as welding or dies or molds, and depending on your fabrication requirements, to keep track of the costs. We also have the ability of costing the overheads as part of the production process rather than a separate activity. This can also be absorbed in the various cost drivers. So like I mentioned before, all of these elements can be backflushed if required, such as the smaller nuts, bolts, or low-value items, and you can choose to issue the items of high value, which can be also serially tracked in the system. This means you can start with manufacturing all your material and labor and roll out capture of the actual use on the actual workstations as required. This also allows you to run a BOM cost summary at a multi-level or a single level, and basically work out your unit costs as you build upon your BOM. Now that we have established all the manufacturing master records, including bill of materials and routing steps, this information can be shared across the production team. Rather than having this in spreadsheets, these can be centralized, enabling collaboration. Now let's for a moment look at how your sales staff would interact with production information. I'm now in a sales order screen. I've created an order for order of 1 bicycle. Your staff is able to use the CTP or capable to promise function, whereby you can quote the earliest the requested quantity of items can be shipped to the customer and update the order based on the customer accepting or rejecting the proposed date. Also, we're able to create production orders and issue it directly to the production flow. In this case, I've already issued a production order, and I can see there's a reference into the production number, which can be your job number, and it can be tracked right to the completion of that order. We also have marketing and CRM functionality within MYOB Advanced, where we can integrate these interactions into the sales and production workflow. The advantage is that these can be tracked all the way from the opportunity to the sales order, all the way to the production work order, tracked shipment to invoicing, improving traceability, customer service, and increase levels of satisfaction and reduce overall administrative burden. Now, if you review a particular production order, I can drill into that and review the status of that particular production order. Furthermore, I'm able to drill into the detail and see exactly in which operation where this production is lying. And I can see that it is partially in the frame preparation stage, and I can see the individual statuses of each routing step. We can also see the completed quantity and what's been in scrap quantity, if that's been captured, and also review the material consumption and make adjustments if at all necessary. We can see the value in WIP and breakdown of material in the totals at a glance. We also have the ability to inquire particular material which we are short on to actually enable us to view which is known as critical materials, and also place an immediate order to purchase or manufacture those components, as the case may be. An alternative workflow may be to run the material resource planning activities to streamline the production planning. These are the other additional functions which you can explore as part of the manufacturing suite to further streamline your operations.